trashed hills, hour-long lines, and destroyed nature. Tourism has a darker side to it. Let's talk about the top 10 places that were once majestic sights on the planet, but now suffer from the effects of tourism. Let's head to Asia first, starting in Maya Bay, Thailand. Located on the island of Koh Phi Phi Lay, Maya Bay was once a stunning cove renowned for its pristine white sands and clear turquoise waters. It was a spot only a few knew about until The Beach starring Leonardo DiCaprio was released. Tourists from around the world began to flock to this tropical paradise, hoping to experience its beauty firsthand. In recent years, The Beach became a victim of its own success, with tourism leading to its rapid deterioration. The massive influx of tourists to Maya Beach led to environmental damage. The once pristine sands were trampled, and the crystal-clear waters became murky from the constant movement of boats, swimmers, and snorkelers. The massive number of visitors put a strain on local resources and infrastructure, leading to litter and sewage issues. The area's coral reefs were also destroyed by a large number of boats and divers, further damaging the fragile ecosystem. The overcrowding, noise, and pollution robbed the beach of its peaceful and serene atmosphere, ruining the experience for visitors seeking a tranquil escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Consequently, the Thai authorities closed Maya Beach in 2018 for 4 years, hoping to give the ecosystem time to recover from the damage caused by over-tourism. Galapagos Island, Ecuador. The Galapagos Islands are a volcanic archipelago located off the coast of Ecuador. The islands boast a unique landscape characterized by rugged volcanic terrain, pristine beaches, and diverse flora and fauna. The region's unique environment and wildlife, including giant tortoises, marine iguanas, and blue-footed boobies, have inspired scientists and visitors alike to explore this remarkable destination. But that was the beginning of the downfall of these islands. Galapagos Islands host over 275,000 tourists yearly, and the traffic to these remote islands is taking a toll on the natural beauty. The islands are home to a wide range of rare and endangered species that are being threatened by tourists. From disturbing nesting sites to polluting the water with sunscreen and other chemicals, tourists are having a profound effect on the animals that call the Galapagos Islands home. To provide fresh seafood, local restaurants are now engaged in overfishing, causing further destruction to the ecosystem that makes these islands so special. As more and more people flock to the area, the infrastructure equipped to support these visitors is putting a strain on the natural resources of the island. From the construction of new hotels and other tourist facilities to the massive amounts of waste generated by visitors, the islands are struggling to cope with the impact of so much tourism. As the islands become more and more popular, the natural resources that make them so special will inevitably be depleted. With the influx of tourists, the local culture and relaxed nature of the islands are also dying out. After all, there's no fun when you're surrounded by thousands of tourists in all these hotspots. Mount Everest, Nepal. Once upon a time, climbing to the highest peak of Earth was a feat for few. But today, it's an easy experience to tick off your bucket list. Straddling the Nepali and Tibetan border, Mount Everest is an iconic destination, attracting tens of thousands of outdoor enthusiasts yearly. As more and more climbers flock to the region, the sheer volume of human traffic is putting a strain on the limited resources. This has created long-lasting issues of overcrowding, littering, and environmental degradation. You'll also come across a long line of tourists like you waiting to reach the summit like it's a Disney World roller coaster. This alone ruins the uniqueness of achieving the feat for most tourists. Tourists who take the Nepali tour to Everest are also causing disruptions to the traditional way of life. Along with littering, tourists often disrespect local culture and traditional and religious beliefs. But perhaps the biggest problem of all is the lack of safety. While everyone can easily climb to the summit with the help of guides, there are many serious safety concerns that have resulted in the death of over a dozen tourists. As more and more people attempt to climb the mountain, the risk of accidents and fatalities increases. This can lead to tragic outcomes for both climbers and their families, and can also put the lives of other climbers and support staff at risk. Venice, Italy. Nicknamed the Floating City, Venice is known for its picturesque canals, stunning architecture, and rich cultural heritage. But did you know that the city is actively sinking because of the high tides created by tourist motorboats? Cruise ships and group bus tours have contributed to overcrowding, transforming iconic sites like St. Mark's Square into a blur of people. The narrow streets, alleys, and bridges of Venice were not designed to accommodate such a large number of people, leading to traffic congestion and long queues at popular attractions. The streets are also lined with litter, diminishing the city's charm. Moreover, tourism has contributed to Venice's sinking due to rising sea levels and crumbling stonework and carvings on its historic buildings. The city's fragile ecosystem, which includes the canals and lagoon, is threatened by pollution, waste, and erosion caused by the high volume of visitors. Local wildlife and the balance of the ecosystem have also been disrupted thanks to the inconsiderate behavior of tourists in the city. The high demand for tourist-centric businesses has also harmed local shops and artisans, damaging the city's authenticity. Bali, Indonesia. The Indonesian island of Bali has been a popular tourist destination for years, thanks to its stunning beaches, lush rice fields, exquisite temples, and rich culture. It's also been an attractive destination due to its relatively affordable way of living. However, tourism has taken a significant toll on the island, with pollution and waste causing a garbage emergency. Pictures of plastic waste strewn across Bali's beaches went viral in December, highlighting the severity of the issue. The island's environment and wildlife are under threat due to the high volume of tourists and the lack of proper waste management infrastructure. Along with that, Bali has also faced other negative effects of over-tourism. Traffic congestion and overcrowding have become major issues, making it difficult for visitors and locals to navigate the island. High demand has also driven up prices, creating a divide between tourists and locals. Thankfully, environmental groups and local workers have stepped up to coordinate mass cleanups to address the issue. Yet it's very clear that more needs to be done to manage waste and promote sustainable tourism practices on the island. Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona is undoubtedly one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, attracting an estimated 32 million visitors annually, while the city's population is just 1.6 million. As a result, Barcelona has become overwhelmed with tourists, especially during peak season. The city's port, the largest in the Mediterranean, is a significant contributor to the influx of visitors. It also happens to be one of the most polluted ports in Europe. Unfortunately, the majority of cruise ship passengers don't stay overnight in Barcelona, opting instead for short day trips that only add to the congestion. As a result, they don't contribute much to the local economy. Instead, they crowd the streets' hotspots and leave without spending much money. To address this issue, Barcelona's mayor, Ada Colau, pledged to reduce the number of tourists by capping cruise ships and limiting airport expansions. The city has also taken steps to restrict the use of large coach buses in the city center and reduce the number of beds available in hotels and tourist apartments. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Angkor Wat, a UNESCO World Heritage Site located in Siem Reap, Cambodia, is an iconic 12th century temple complex that draws in millions of tourists a year. However, tourism has brought about its fair share of challenges. The city of Siem Reap, which largely depends on tourism income, has seen a massive influx of visitors who flock to see the main Angkor Wat temple and Ta Prohm, the temple made famous in the Tomb Raider film. As tourists flock to the main temples, they often climb on and touch the ancient ruins, causing erosion over time. This makes the preservation of the temple impossible, as the temple is facing erosion at a much faster rate than ever before. Littering and vandalism of important items is also a big problem at Angkor Wat. In an attempt to cater to the growing number of tourists, More and more hotels, restaurants, and other tourist infrastructure are being built in and around the temple complex. As a result of this, businesses are encroaching on the protected archaeological zone and harming the visual integrity of the site. Iceland. In recent years, Iceland has seen a surge in tourism, with over 2.3 million visitors in 2018 alone. However, this puts a significant strain on the country's infrastructure, which is designed to serve a much smaller population of fewer than 400,000 people. The effects of over-tourism are felt across Iceland, particularly in popular natural attractions such as Thingvellir National Park, Gullfoss Waterfall, and the Blue Lagoon. These places are suffering from overcrowding, littering, and environmental degradation. Apart from environmental concerns, Iceland is also struggling to provide adequate accommodation, food, and transportation. This leads to a sharp increase in prices, which makes it challenging for locals to afford basic necessities. To tackle the problem of over-tourism, the Icelandic government has implemented several measures. They have increased infrastructure and services in lesser-known areas, encouraging tourists to explore beyond the main hotspots. The government has also implemented a tourist tax, which is used to maintain natural attractions and promote sustainable tourism practices. Santorini, Greece. Santorini is a stunning island in Greece's Cyclades archipelago, and it's known for its picturesque blue-domed buildings, stunning sunsets, and crystal-clear waters. In fact, this destination is responsible for hosting over 2 million visitors yearly. During the peak tourist season, the island can be completely overrun with visitors, leading to issues like overcrowding, traffic congestion, and long lines at popular attractions. Instead of a relaxing European getaway, you get to swim with plastic trash, struggle to find any good spots on the beaches, and have to book months ahead of time for accommodations. Because of over-tourism, the island experiences high prices that make it hard for locals to enjoy a quaint life. All the popular attractions are overrun by tourists, leaving little to nothing for locals on their own. Mallorca, Spain. Once known as the Island of Calm, Mallorca is in desperate need of help. Mallorca has transformed into a highly sought-after summer vacation spot for a vast number of European travelers, resulting in an unsustainable and uncontrolled development pattern. During the peak summer months, the island is flooded with tourists, with hotels and resorts at almost 100% capacity, and beaches and coves crowded with visitors. The island's infrastructure, originally built to accommodate a smaller population, struggles to cope with the surge of tourists. The excessive demand has led to the uncontrolled and unsustainable development of the island. The natural beauty of the island, including its crystalline waters, is under threat due to the negative impact of over-tourism on the environment. Measures have been implemented to try to manage the influx of tourists, but it remains a significant problem. Instead of enjoying unwinding at one of the beaches, you can now expect a large and rowdy crowd with improper tourist behavior.